My dad can buy you. The words arrive before the case is even fully called. Aiden Victor Roth, 18 years old, speaks them casually, almost bored, as if he's ordering coffee. Judge Frank Caprio sets his pen down. Mr. Roth, you're readdressing a court of law. That statement is now on the record. Do you understand what that means? I understand. Me father owns half this city. Your father owns property. He does not own this bench. Sit down. Aiden shrugs. His attorney, or rather the attorney his father sent, stands quickly. Your Honor, my client is young and counselor. Your client just made a statement that undermines the integrity of this proceeding. We'll address that. First, let's establish the facts. Miss Lewis, call the case. The clerk stands. Case number 2025 TR 47286, Commonwealth vs. Aiden Victor Roth, charges, speeding 68 miles per hour in a posted 35 miles per hour school zone during active hours, reckless operation, failure to obey a lawful order. Caprio looks at Aiden. Before we pull the audio, tell us where you're watching from and subscribito order in the court. This only gets more uncomfortable. The attorney tries again. Your Honor, we're prepared to pay the fines and resolve this matter today. Counselor, this court is not a payment portal. Your client was clocked at nearly double the speed limit in an active school zone. We're going to view the evidence. Officer Rodriguez, please take the stand. Officer Thomas Rodriguez steps forward, raises his right hand, and swears in. Officer Rodriguez, please read your incident narrative into the record. Yes, Your Honor. On Tuesday, October 15th, at 8:47 a.m., I was conducting speed enforcement on Elmwood Avenue near Carver Elementary School. The school zone was active beacon flashing. Speed limit reduced to 35 miles per hour. Using LiDAR, I clocked a black sports sedan traveling westbound at 68 miles per hour. I activated my lights and siren. The vehicle did not stop immediately. It continued for approximately 2 blocks before pulling into a parking lot. When I approached the driver, later identified as Aiden Roth, I requested his license and registration. He stated, "Call my lawyer first." I explained that was not how traffic stops work. He stated, "Do you know who pays your salary?" I issued citations for speeding, reckless operation, and failure to obey. Caprio makes a note. Officer Rodriguez, you have dash cam and body cam footage of this stop, correct? Yes, Your Honor. Play the body cam audio. Just the relevant exchange. A brief hiss, then Aiden's voice, sharp and dismissive. Do you know who pays your salary? Caprio lets the silence sit for a moment. Mr. Roth, did you make that statement to Officer Rodriguez? Yeah. So what? So context matters. Officer Rodriguez was performing his duties. You attempted to intimidate him by invoking financial authority. Speed is physics, not privilege. Caprio turns to the clerk. Miss Lewis, were there any contacts to this court regarding this case prior to today's hearing? The clerk flips through a log. Yes, Your Honor. 2 incoming calls and 1 voicemail, all from a number registered to Roth Capital Group Legal Counsel. Timestamps, first call at 9:23 a.m. Second call at 9:41 a.m. Voicemail left at 9:58 a.m. Play the voicemail. A professional measured voice fills the courtroom. Vice is calling on behalf of Victor Roth regarding case 2025 TR 47286. We'd like to discuss a quiet resolution before the matter proceeds to hearing. Please return this call at your earliest convenience. The attorney stands. Your Honor, my client is not responsible for calls made by his father's office. Vice is prejudicial, overruled. Pressures on process belong on the record. In documenting facts. Counselor, not speculating. Miss Lewis, timeline the contacts. Yes, Your Honor. Traffic stop at 8:47 a.m. First call from Roth Capital Legal at 9:23 a.m. That's 36 minutes after the stop. Caprio looks at Aiden. Mr. Roth, did you contact your father after the stop? I texted him. Miss Lewis, do we have that text in evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Screenshot submitted by Officer Rodriguez recovered during the stop with consent. Text from defendant to contact labeled Dad, timestamp 92 AM got cited. He'll make calls. Don't sweat it. Caprio reads the text. Expectation of rescue is not a defense, Mr. Roth. Miss Lewis, does Mr. Roth have prior traffic citations on record? Yes, Your Honor. 3 prior speeding citations in the past 18 months. All marked resolved by counsel.no personal appearances by the defendant. Caprio looks at Aiden. You've been cited 3 times in 18 months and you've never appeared in court personally. Is that correct? My lawyer handles it. Your lawyer pays your fines. That's not the same as accountability. Mr. Roth, do you understand that school zones exist to protect children? I guess you guess. Officer Rodriguez, were children present during the stop? Yes, Your Honor. Crossing guard was posted. Approximately 20 students were crossing Elmwood at the time. Mr. Roth, you were driving 68 miles per hour past 20 school children. Do you understand the stopping distance at that speed? Aiden shrugs. I stopped fine. You stopped 2 blocks after the officer activated his lights. That's not fine. That's defiance. Caprio leans forward. Mr. Roth, I want to return to our opening statement. You told this court, and I quote, my dad can buy you. Do you stand by that statement? I mean, he probably could. The attorney stands quickly. Your Honor, my client is young and doesn't understand. Counselor, your client is 18. He's an adult. Mr. Roth, let me be clear. Are you stating on the record that your father could purchase this court? Aiden smirks. My dad has dinner with the mayor every month. He funds half the charities in this city. So yeah, if he wanted to make a call, this goes away. Miss Lewis read that back from the stenographer's record. The clerk reads, quote, my dad has dinner with the mayor every month. He funds half the charities in this city. So yeah, if he wanted to make a call, this goes away. End quote. 5 seconds. 710-12. That's how long arrogance tested authority. Then Caprio speaks quietly. Mr. Roth, you just told this court that your father's wealth and connections could make a lawful citation disappear. That statement is not hyperbole. It's a direct challenge to the integrity of this proceeding. Do you understand that? I understand my dad has more power than you do. Caprio straightens. Here's my finding on the traffic citations. The evidence is clear and uncontested. Liar reading of 68 miles per hour in a 35-mile school zone corroborated by bodycam timestamp and school zone beacon log showing active status. Approximately 20 children were present. The vehicle failed to stop for 2 blocks after lights and siren were activated. The defendant refused to provide license and registration without legal counsel present, constituting failure to obey a lawful order. I find the defendant guilty on all 3 counts. Base fines total $1,000, $200. Additionally, I'm imposing a 90-day license suspension effective immediately and mandatory enrollment in a driver safety course to be completed before reinstatement eligibility. Caprio pauses. Consequences teach what privilege hid. But we're not finished, Mr. Roth. Your statements, both to Officer Rodriguez and to this court, represent something far more serious than traffic violations. When you told Officer Rodriguez, do you know who pays your salary? You attempted to intimidate a public servant performing his duty. When you told me, my dad can buy you, you attacked the legitimacy of this court. Direct contempt of court is defined as conduct that occurs in the immediate presence of the court and obstructs the administration of justice. Your statement was made in open court and record in my presence. It was deliberate, not accidental. It undermines public confidence in the judicial process. Here's what concerns them most, Mr. Roth. You didn't just insult me. You told every person in this courtroom and everyone who will read this transcript that justice is for sale. That wealth determines outcomes, that the law bends for those who can afford to bend it. That is not how this system works. Not in this courtroom, not on my watch. For direct contempt of court, I'm sentencing you to 30 days at adult correctional institutions. You'll be eligible for review after 15 days if you demonstrate reflection and